Welcome to Cairo, Egypt Unlocked, your ultimate travel guide to one of the most fascinating cities in the world. In this video, we'll cover everything you need to know before you visit, from essential travel tips to hidden treasures only locals would know. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the wonders of Cairo. By the end of this video, you'll be practically Egyptian. Well, not really, but you'll definitely know how to order a kashari like a pro. Cairo, the capital of Egypt, is a city where ancient history collides with modern life in a whirlwind of sights, sounds, and smells. You've got the pyramids of Giza just chilling on the outskirts of town, a constant reminder that you're walking in the footsteps of pharaohs. Speaking of style, Cairo is a melting pot of cultures, so be prepared for a sensory overload. You'll see traditional markets bursting with spices and textiles, hear the call to prayer echoing from mosques, and smell the sweet aroma of shisha pipes filling the air. Now, the best time to visit Cairo is during the cooler months, from October to April. Trust me, you don't want to be caught in the scorching desert heat during the summer. When it comes to local customs, Egyptians are generally warm and welcoming people. Just remember to dress modestly, especially when visiting religious sites. And a little Arabic goes a long way, even if it's just shukran, thank you, or ma, as-salama, goodbye. Safety-wise, Cairo is generally safe for tourists, but it's always a good idea to be aware of your surroundings and take precautions like you would in any major city. Avoid flashing large sums of money, keep your valuables secure, and if you're ever unsure about something, don't hesitate to ask a local for help. So there you have it, your crash course on Cairo. All right, let's talk logistics, shall we? Most nationalities can get a visa on arrival at Cairo International Airport. It's pretty straightforward, but to avoid any surprises, check the latest visa requirements online before you pack your bags. Now let's talk money, honey. The local currency is the Egyptian pound, and you'll want to have some cash on hand for smaller purchases and those epic haggling sessions in the souks. Speaking of haggling, let me tell you, it's an art form in Cairo. The key is to be confident, but not aggressive. Start by offering half of the asking price and be prepared to walk away if you're not happy with the deal. Chances are the vendor will chase after you with a better offer. It's all part of the game, my friend. Think of it like a dance, a delicate dance between buyer and seller. Oh, and one more thing. Don't be afraid to use your best poker face. Now that you're a master of haggling, let's move on to the top 10 things you absolutely cannot miss in Cairo. Cairo is like a giant, open-air museum, with historical treasures lurking around every corner. You've got the pyramids of Giza, obviously. First up, the Egyptian Museum. It's like the Louvre's cooler, older sibling, packed with enough ancient artifacts to make Indiana Jones jealous. Next, we're heading to Old Cairo, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that's like stepping back in time. You'll find ancient churches, synagogues, and mosques, all within a stone's throw of each other. No trip to Cairo is complete without a visit to the Khan el-Khalili Bazaar. This labyrinthine market is a sensory overload in the best possible way. For a break from the hustle and bustle, head to Al-Azhar Park, Cairo's answer to Central Park. It's the perfect place to relax, enjoy the views, and maybe even have a picnic lunch. And speaking of views, you can't beat the panorama from the Cairo Tower. Trust me, you'll need at least a week to even scratch the surface of all that Cairo has to offer. Okay, so you've got your itinerary planned, but where are you going to rest your weary head after a long day of exploring ancient tombs and haggling for souvenirs? If you're on a backpacker's budget, head to downtown Cairo. It's a bit chaotic, but it's got a certain charm, and you'll find plenty of budget-friendly hostels and guest houses. For a more upscale experience, check out Zamalek, an affluent island in the Nile River. It's known for its leafy streets, art galleries, and chic cafes. If you're looking for a more authentic Egyptian experience, consider staying in Islamic Cairo. This historic neighborhood is home to some of Cairo's most impressive mosques and Islamic monuments. No matter where you choose to stay, make sure you explore the different neighborhoods of Cairo. Each one has its own unique character and charm. So get out there, explore, and discover the hidden gems of Cairo. Now, for the real adventurers, the ones who want to experience Cairo like a local, let me introduce you to some hidden treasures that most tourists never get to see. First up, we're going underground, literally, to the Coptic Cairo. This ancient underground city is a network of churches, monasteries, and catacombs dating back to the early days of Christianity in Egypt. Next, we're heading to the City of the Dead, a sprawling cemetery that's also home to thousands of living residents. For a taste of local life, head to one of Cairo's many awas, or traditional coffee houses. These are the social hubs of the city, where men gather to drink tea, smoke shisha, and discuss everything from politics to football. One of my favorite hidden treasures in Cairo is the Beit El Suhaimi, a beautifully restored 17th century house. You can wander through the courtyards, admire the intricate woodwork, and imagine what life was like for a wealthy Cairene family centuries ago. And for a truly unique experience, head to the Abdeen Palace Museum. So, there you have it, a few of Cairo's hidden treasures. All right, let's talk about the good stuff. Food! Cairo is a foodie's paradise, with a vibrant street food scene and plenty of traditional restaurants serving up delicious Egyptian cuisine. First things first, you have to try koshari. It's a carb lover's dream, a delicious and hearty mix of rice, lentils, macaroni, and chickpeas, topped with a spicy tomato sauce and crispy fried onions. Next up, falafel. These crispy fried chickpea patties are a staple of Egyptian street food, and they're best enjoyed stuffed in a pita bread with tahini sauce and all the fixings. For something a little lighter, try foul madams, a traditional Egyptian breakfast dish made with fava beans, garlic, lemon juice, and olive oil. And no trip to Cairo is complete without trying some hibiscus tea, or carcade as it's known locally. This refreshing drink is made by steeping dried hibiscus flowers in hot water, and it's often sweetened with sugar or honey. Now let me tell you a little story about my first time trying koshari. I was a young, naive traveler, fresh off the plane and starving. I saw a street vendor selling this strange-looking concoction and decided to give it a try. I've been hooked ever since, and I make it a point to eat koshari at least once every time I'm in Cairo. All right, let's talk about getting around Cairo. First things first, the airport. Cairo International Airport, also known as CAI, is the busiest airport in Egypt and a major hub for international travel. Once you've cleared customs and immigration, you'll have a few options for getting into the city. You can take a taxi, which is the most convenient option, but be prepared to haggle over the fare. Another option is to pre-book an airport transfer. This is a good idea if you're arriving late at night or if you're traveling with a lot of luggage. If you're on a budget, you can take the Cairo Metro. It's cheap, efficient, and a great way to experience the city like a local. Once you're in the city, you'll have a few options for getting around. Taxis are plentiful and relatively inexpensive, but again, be prepared to haggle. You can also use ride-hailing apps like Uber and Careem. Let's take a moment to revisit some of the amazing attractions we've covered so far. We've talked about the pyramids of Giza, but let me tell you, pictures don't do them justice. Standing at the foot of these ancient wonders is an awe-inspiring experience. You can even take a camel ride around the pyramids for that quintessential Egyptian experience. We also talked about the Egyptian Museum, home to an incredible collection of ancient artifacts. And don't forget about the Khan el-Khalili Bazaar. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way, with its maze of narrow alleyways, colorful stalls, and the aroma of spices filling the air. We also touched on the Citadel of Salah al-Din, a medieval Islamic fortification that offers stunning views of the city. And finally, no trip to Cairo is complete without a visit to the Mosque of Muhammad Ali, also known as the Alabaster Mosque. So there you have it, a quick recap of some of Cairo's highlights. Hey everyone! We're nearing the end of our Cairo adventure, but before we go, I need a favor. If you found this guide helpful, even a little bit, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and allows me to keep sharing these awesome travel tips with you. And hey, if you're feeling extra generous, drop a comment below and let me know what you enjoyed most about the video. What are you most excited to see in Cairo? Or maybe you have a question about something we covered. Whatever it is, I'm all ears. Hold up, don't click away just yet. We're just getting started. If you want more travel guides, tips, and hilarious stories from my adventures around the world, make sure you subscribe to the channel at ZTv. We've got a whole library of videos to inspire your wanderlust, from exploring ancient ruins to navigating the craziest street food markets. And hey, you might even learn a thing or two about different cultures and how to avoid those awkward tourist moments. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on the fun. Thanks for watching Cairo, Egypt Unlocked. We hope you enjoyed this travel guide and found it helpful for your next adventure. Remember, Cairo is a city that has something to offer everyone, from history buffs to foodies to adventurers. Don't forget to subscribe to ZTv and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We've got a ton of exciting travel content coming your way. Safe travels and see you in the next video.